Good morning children. Moving back to amines. Under the amines chapter we have seen what is the definition of amines, what is the classification of amines, what is the preparation of amines, that is how to produce amines from reduction of nitro compounds, then ammonilysis, then reduction of nitriles, etc. Then we saw what is the physical property. Next, moving to alkylation. What is alkylation? Addition of an alkyl group to amines is called as alkylation. Say for example, I have primary amine whose structure is RNH2. When I am going to add an alkyl group, that is RX, what happens? The H present in amine is replaced. That's all. See here, RNH. If I remove one H, then what will happen? This R will come and act upon it. That is, it will come and add on it. So what will be removed? HX will be removed. Okay. So HX is removed. Now this is the secondary amine, that is R2NH. Now to this I am going to add a second alkyl group. So what happens here? R2N. Then remove this H, so that what will be added, children? R2 plus R will be R3N. That's it. So the removal of HX, this is done. So now this R3N, upon reaction with the alkyl halide, what is the product formed? R3 plus R, that is R4, N is there and X is there. Since X is a halogen, it should be more electronegative, it should be possessing minus charge, and your nitrogen group should be possessing a positive charge. And what is this structure called as? This is called as your quaternary ammonium salt. Okay. So we have seen alkylation. Next, moving to acylation. Next is moving to acylation. So in acylation, what happens? Either aliphatic or aromatic primary and secondary amines, they will be reacting with acid chlorides or anhydrates or esters. So nucleophilic substitution reaction happens and amides will be formed. So in acylation, I have aliphatic or aromatic amines. Amines can be primary amines or secondary amines. They will be reacting with acid chloride or anhydrates or esters. So when they react with these three compounds, nucleophilic substitution happens. As a result, amides will be formed. So here also what happens? From NH2 group, one of the H is replaced by acyl group. Okay. Like how we replaced one H from amine with alkyl group, similarly in acylation, one of the H group of amine is replaced by acyl group. So how to write the reaction, children? I have amine plus I have ester. So what product will be formed? I told you one of the H is replaced by this, right? So how will you write this? R, or you can start with R dash, C double bond O, now NHR. This is how you need to write. So I have to remove one H and replace this acyl group. Okay. Now second reaction, I have a primary amine. Here I have the reaction with acid chloride. So what happens here? R, I am starting with R, C double bond O, and RNH I have to write back. Okay, children. So now instead of replacing this R and replacement of this R, if I substitute the benzyl group, you will be knowing, right? See, for example, this is, can you see here? I am substituting R group of amine with benzene group. So what is this structure? Benzene along with NH2 is called as aniline. Okay, now plus this is acyl chloride. Now I am just adding a benzyl group, that is benzyl chloride, C double bond O, Cl. So how the product will be formed, children? What is your first R? This benzene group. Hope you are able to see the structure. See, I have benzene structure. Yeah, benzene structure. Now I have to add this C double bond O and instead of Cl, HCl will be removed. So I will be writing NH and that will be coming this side. Okay children? Okay. This is how you need to write the structure. So in this session we have seen about alkylation and acylation of amines. So in alkylation, alkyl group will be attached to one of the hydrogen atom. In acylation, that is acid chlorides or anhydrides or your esters. Here in NH2 group of amine, one H is removed and replaced by acyl group. Yes. Next is carbylamine reaction. Next, what is the name of the reaction? It is carbylamine reaction. Now, aliphatic or aromatic primary amines, when you heat them with chloroform, what is the formula for chloroform? CHCl3. So, I am going to heat them with chloroform and ethanolic potassium hydroxide. So, I will be getting isocyanates. So, what is carbylamine reaction? I have to take alkyl or aromatic primary amines. So now only I have told you the condition. I told you only primary amines. So indirectly I mean to say that secondary amine and tertiary amine will not undergo carbylamine reaction. So secondary amine and tertiary amine will not undergo carbylamine reaction. So your aliphatic or aromatic primary amines, when you heat them with chloroform and alcoholic KOH, you will be getting isocyanates. So this is your primary amine RNH2. I have added chloroform plus KOH. I got isonitriles. So what product I have got? I have got KCl and I have got 3 water molecules. Okay. Now when I treat amines with nitrous acid, diazonium salts will be produced. So how diazonium salts are produced? You treat amines with nitrous acid, diazonium salt will be produced. Diazonium salt is not included for final exam, but I will be giving you an outline about diazonium salts. Next is electrophilic substitution. So we are seeing all these categories under the chemical reactions of amines. We have seen classification, definition, then we have seen preparation, we saw physical properties, then we are seeing chemical properties. So under electrophilic substitution, first reaction is bromination. So addition of bromine group to amines. So I have taken a primary amine, I have added a bromine group. So what happens here? Your bromine is attached in 3 positions. Okay. So I can say in 2nd position, then in 4th position and 6th position. So what is the name of this compound now? 2, 4, 6, 3 bromine. So it is tribromo. I have benzene with NH2 group. Benzene with NH2 group is aniline. So what is the structure now? This is tribromoaniline. Okay. We have got tribromoaniline. This is an electrophilic substitution reaction. Under that we saw bromination. Yes. So children, we have seen carbylamine reaction and we saw in case of adding bromine group, then bromine will be attached to 3 different positions. So what is the name of the product? 2,4,6 tribromoaniline. Next, moving to nitration. Here what happens? See, if you want to derive mono-substituted aniline, you want to prepare a mono-substituted aniline. Means what? Mono. Only in single place there should be a substitution. So this is called as mono-substituted aniline. If you want to prepare mono-substituted aniline, then what you should do? You should protect the NH2 group of aniline by means of acetylation. Okay. So we saw what is alkylation, we saw what is acylation. In alkylation we added alkyl group. In acylation what we added? We added acetyl anhydrides, right? Acetyl chlorides and acetyl anhydrides. So I am going to protect the NH2 group of aniline by means of acetylation. So I am going to add acetic anhydride here. So what happens? There is a substitution undergoes. Substitution happens and followed by which there is an hydrolysis of substituted amide which will be converted to substituted amine derivatives. Okay, clear? So I want to prepare mono-substituted aniline. For that I have to protect the NH2 group. How will I protect NH2 group? By means of acetylation. I have to add acetic anhydride. In that case I will be getting a substituted amide which upon hydrolysis will be giving me substituted amines. Now consider the reaction. This is amine, you know, primary amine. I have added acetyl group. So what happens? One of the H of NH2 is protected with acetyl group. Now I told you there will be a subsequent hydrolysis. So acetic acid is liberated and bromine halogen is attached. So what I have got? I have obtained bromoaniline. I have obtained bromoaniline. Clear. Now next step is nitration. Okay, what is the next step? Nitration. For this I have aniline group. Since it is nitration, I have to substitute a nitrate group. I have to add a nitrate group. Need to supply a nitrate group. So which is nothing but nitric acid and sulfuric acid at 20 degrees Celsius. So what happens here? I will be getting 3 oxidation products. When I add nitric acid and sulfuric acid and provide the temperature 20 degree for nitration to happen in aniline, then I will be getting 3 oxidation product. Here the nitro group will be attached to ortho position, para position and meta position. But para position is predominant. Okay, how it is? See, this structure is called as, this structure is ortho nitroaniline. It is only least, it is very less in amount, so only 2%. Next to NH2 group, NO2 is attached. This is ortho position. So what is this called? Ortho nitroaniline. Now look into the second oxidation product. Here I have attached NO2 group in the para position. This is produced in large quantity. So 51% I have got para nitroaniline and 47% I have obtained meta nitroaniline. So when I do nitration of aniline, I will be getting 3 oxidation products. Also, if I do protonation under acidic condition, then you know I am getting a product called anilinium. What is this called? Anilinium. I have aniline. What is aniline structure? Benzene NH2. But there is a protonation happening, that is addition of proton H+. So NH3 attached to benzene ring is called as anilinium. This anilinium upon reaction, it is going to give you the predominant product, that is 51, it is going to give you para nitroaniline. Okay, clear? So we have seen a nitration. Yes, children? Next is sulfonation reaction. So I have amine. So I need a compound which is supply sulfate group to my aniline. So I have to select that group. So what is the group here which is going to provide a sulfur group? It is nothing but concentrated sulfuric acid. I have aniline and I am adding concentrated sulfuric acid. What is the formula for sulfuric acid? It is H2SO4. Now what happens? 1 H of sulfuric acid will go and bind to NH2 group, that is to aniline group. So it becomes NH3+. Okay. Now what is the remaining? It is HSO4. This bears a negative charge. That's it. So I have aniline structure to which I am adding concentrated sulfuric acid. So I will be getting benzene structure. To NH2 group there is addition of 1 hydrogen group from sulfuric acid and remaining HSO4 will be taken as minus charge. What is the name of this structure? If benzene along with NH3 is present, I told you it is called as anilinium. So here also NH3 plus is there. So it is anilinium hydrogen sulfate. So what is this product? Anilinium hydrogen sulfate. When you heat this in the presence of sulfuric acid provided 453 to 473 Kelvin temperature, then you will be getting para amino benzene sulfonic acid. Now look into the structure. In the para position you have amino group. So para amino benzene sulfonic acid. This is commonly called as sulfonalic acid. What is this commonly called as? Sulfonalic acid. So this is the reaction of sulfonation. Okay. So what is the intermediate formed? Intermediate formed is anilinium hydrogen sulfate. What is the product formed? Product is sulfonalic acid. Now moving to the next step. Yeah, before that, you know there is two resonating structure between this sulfonalic acid and zwitterion. Can you find out the difference between sulfonalic acid and zwitterion? NH2 became NH3 because H has gone to the top portion. There is a protonation, so NH3, and down SO3 minus. This is zwitterion. These both are resonating structures. Then moving to diazonium salt. Diazonium salt is not there for final exam. This is just an outline for you. See, when you look into the general formula of diazonium salt, it is Rn2 plus X minus. R is nothing but your aryl group. N is called as diazonium group. N2 plus is called as diazonium group. R is aryl group. N2 plus is your diazonium group. And X minus can be halogen like chlorine, bromine, HSO4 minus, BF3 minus, like that. So how will you name a diazonium salt? You have to suffix them. You have to suffix diazonium. What is the suffix here? Since it is diazonium salt, you should add the suffix diazonium to the name of the parent hydrocarbon from where you obtain. Okay. So prefixing your diazonium to the name of the parent from where it is obtained, followed by the name of the anion like chloro, bromo, nitro. Okay, followed by the name of the anion. See, under our diazonium salt, an important reaction will be Gattermann reaction, which we have studied before. This is just for a quick reference. I have to take diazonium salt. I have to treat it with halogen acid in the presence of copper. So what happens? There is an introduction of chlorine group or bromine group to benzene. When I am going to highlight on Gattermann reaction, now you should have gone to a conclusion that the importance of diazonium salt is, using diazonium salt you can introduce a cyanogen group, that is cyanide group, to the benzene ring. Generally it is difficult to introduce chlorine group or benzene group or cyanide group to the structure of benzene. So now it is easy to introduce a cyanide group to benzene structure. This is the importance of diazonium salt. So this is a very small chapter. Since diazonium salt and all its properties are removed, the chapter found to be very simple. Hope you understood, children. If any doubt is there, we'll try to consider it in the live session. Thank you.